Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Dear Vaishnavas, thank you for joining. So we will be chanting the 108 names of Lord Narsimha Dev, and we'll be intensely praying for His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, so that if Krishna desires so, for the betterment of the whole world and the ISKCON community, Maharaj can heal fast and come back to normal health, so that we can get his wonderful devotional association. Shri Narsimha Jaya Narsimha Jaya Jaya Narsimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Narshingam Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityur Mrityu Namamiham. So we'll start the 108 names of Lord Narsimha Dev. Om Narsimhaya Namaha, Om Mahasimhaya Namaha, Om Divya Simhaya Namaha, Om Mahabalaya Namaha, Om Ugrasimhaya Namaha, Om Mahadevaya Namaha, Om Stambhajaya Namaha, Om Ugralochanaya Namaha, Om Rudraya Namaha, Om Sarvabhutaya Namaha, Om Shrimanaya Namaha, Om Yoganandaya Namaha, Om Trivikramaya Namaha, Om Harine Namaha, Om Kolahalaya Namaha, Om Chakrine Namaha, Om Vijayaya Namaha, Om Jayavardhanaya Namaha, Om Panchahananaya Namaha, Om Param Brahmaya Namaha, Om Aghoraya Namaha, Om Ghora Vikramaya Namaha, Om Jwalanmukhaya Namaha, Om Jwalamaline Namaha, Om Mahajwalaya Namaha, Om Mahaprabhuhaya Namaha, Om Niti Lakshaya Namaha, Om Sahasrakshaya Namaha, Om Durnikshayaya Namaha, Om Pratapanaya Namaha, Om Mahadamshtraya Namaha, Om Yuddha Pragyaya Namaha, Om Chandakopine Namaha, Om Sadashivaya Namaha, Om Hiranyakashipu Dhvamshine Namaha, Om Daitya Danava Bhanjanaya Namaha, Om Gunabhadraya Namaha, Om Mahabhadraya Namaha, Om Balabhadraya Namaha, Om Subhadrakaya Namaha, Om Karalaya Namaha, Om Vikralaya Namaha, Om Vikrataya Namaha, Om Sarvakartikaya Namaha, Om Shishumaraya Namaha, Om Triloka Atmaya Namaha, Om Ishaya Namaha, Om Sarveshwaraya Namaha, Om Vibhuvaya Namaha, Om Bhavir Ardambaraya Namaha, Om Divyaya Namaha, Om Achyutaya Namaha, Om Kavine Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Adhokshajaya Namaha, Om Aksharaya Namaha, Om Sarvaya Namaha, Om Vanamaline Namaha, Om Varapradaya Namaha, Om Vishwambaraya Namaha, Om Adbhutaya Namaha, Om Bhavyaya Namaha, Om Shri Vishnave Namaha. Om Purushottamaya Namaha. Om Anaghastra Namaha. Om Nakhastraya Namaha. Om Surya Jyotine Namaha. Om Sureshwaraya Namaha. Om Sahasrabahuaya Namaha. Om Sarva Gyaya Namaha. Om Sarva Siddhi Pradayakaya Namaha. Om Vajradamstraya Namaha. Om Vajranakhaya Namaha. Om Mahanandaya Namaha. Om Param Tapaya Namaha. Om Sarva Mantraika Urupa Namaha. Om Sarvayantra Vidar Ramaya Namaha. Om Sarvatantratmakaya Namaha. Om Avyaktaya Namaha. Om Suvyaktaya Namaha. Om Bhaktavatsala Namaha. Om Vaishaka Shukla Uthaya Namaha. Om Sharangata Vatsalaya Namaha. Om Udara Kirtine Namaha. Om Punyatmaya Namaha. Om Mahatmaya Namaha. Om Chandra Vikramaya Namaha. Om Vedatraya Namaha. Om Prapujaya Namaha. Om Bhagavannaya Namaha. Om Parameshwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Vatsam Kaya Namaha. Om Jagat Vyapine Namaha. Om Jagat Mayaya Namaha. Om Jagat Palaya Namaha. Om Jagannathaya Namaha. Om Maha Khagaya Namaha. Om Dvirupabhritaya Namaha. Om Paramatmaya Namaha. Om Param Jyotine Namaha. Om Nirgunaya Namaha. Om Nrikesharine Namaha. Om Paratatvaya Namaha. Om Paramdhamaya Namaha. Om Satchidananda Vigrahaya Namaha. Om Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha. Om Sarvatmaya Namaha. Om Dhiraya Namaha. Namaste Narasimhaya Praladaladaine Hiranyakashi Urvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Bhahi Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye Tavakara Kamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhringam Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Narsingadev 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 Jaya Narsingadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. We chant this mantra 5 times. Shri Narsimha, Jaya Narsimha, Jaya Jaya Narsimha, Prahladesha, Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Narshingam Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityur Mrityur Namamiham. Shri Narsimha, Jaya Narsimha, Jaya Jaya Narsimha, Prahladesha, Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Narshingam Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityur Mrityum Namamiham. Shri Narsimha, Jai Narsimha, Jaya Jaya Narsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvato Mukham, Narshingam Bhishanam Bhadram, Mrityur Mrityum Namamiham, Shri Narsingha, Jai Narsingha, Jai Jai Narsingha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvato Mukham, Narshingam Bhishanam Bhadram, Mrityur Mrityum Namamiham, Shri Narsingha, Jai Narsingha, Jaya Jaya Narsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvato Mukham, Narshingam Bhishanam Bhadram, Mrityur Mrityur Namamiham. Shri Narsimha Dev Bhagwan ki Jai, Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas. So from the core of our heart, let's intensely pray to Shri Shri Radha Krishna, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, Shri Shri Krishna Balram, Shri Shri Giri Govardhan, Shri Shri Vrindavan Dham, Shri Shri Narsimha Dev, and all the wonderful incarnations of the Supreme Lord. So if Krishna so desire, may His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj get back to normal, healthy state of body, so he can bestow his devotional presence with thousands and thousands of people who really need, the world needs sincere devotees like Maharaj. So if Krishna so desires, Maharaj can quickly uh, get back to normal health and be with all of us through his devotional presence. And also, I would like everyone to request everyone to please pray for Ashwin also. He's also in the intensive care unit, and the doctors are doing their best so that he can also come back to normal health very soon. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it's 8 p.m. We will start our Bhagavatam study as per the normal routine. So we were studying Canto 7, Chapter 9, and we completed Chapter 9, entitled Prahlad Maharaj pacifies Lord Narsimha Dev with his prayers. One devotee named His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu has wonderful lectures on summaries of all the cantos. So I will share that right after this call, so you can all hear that. A fool like me summarizing, I don't think it is that much valuable. But if we hear from him, it will certainly be of lot value. So I would suggest everyone can hear that. So it's combined 8, 9, 10 chapter together. So you can just hear, it's about an hour and a half, so 30 minutes each chapter approximately. So you can just hear chapter 9, and after chapter 10, you can hear chapter 10 as well. So with that, let's start reading chapter 10, entitled Prahlad, the best amongst the exalted devotees. So I will, just to give a brief context, so what has happened, Prahlad Maharaj has rendered wonderful prayers. Lord Narsimha Dev, who was in his angry form, has been pacified by Prahlad Maharaj's wonderful prayers. And now Prahlad Maharaj was asked by Narsimha Dev, what kind of benediction you want? And then finally he said, no, I don't want anything. And even with so much allurement being given, Prahlad Maharaj didn't ask anything. That's the last verse we read, because he had the topmost thing. A billionaire would not ask for 5 cents because he has billions. Similarly, one who has Krishna Prem will not ask, oh, give me, some new job, new wife, new this, new home, new car. He has Krishna Prem, the best amongst the thing, topmost, Prema Pumartho Mahan. So let's see what happens in this chapter 10. This chapter describes how the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narsimha Dev, disappeared after pleasing Prahlad Maharaj. It also describes a benediction given by Lord Shiva. Lord Narsimha Dev wanted to bestow benedictions upon Prahlad Maharaj, one after another, but Prahlad Maharaj, thinking them impediments on the path of spiritual progress, did not accept any of them. Instead, he fully surrendered at the Lord's lotus feet. He said, if anyone engaged in devotional service of the Lord for personal sense gratification, he cannot be called a pure devotee or even a devotee. He may be called only a merchant engaged in the business of give and take. Similarly, a master who wants to please his servant after taking service from him is also not a real master. Prahlad Maharaj therefore did not ask anything from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Rather, he said that if the Lord wanted to give him a benediction, he wanted the Lord to assure him that he would never be induced to take any benedictions for the sake of material desires. Exchanges of devotional service for lusty desires are always very prominent. As soon as lusty desires awaken, one's senses, mind, life, soul, religious principles, patience, intelligence, shyness, beauty, strength, memory, and truthfulness are all vanquished. One can render unalloyed devotional service only when there are no material desires in one's mind. The Supreme Personality of Godhead was greatly pleased with Prahlad Maharaj for his unalloyed devotion, yet the Lord provided him one material benediction that he would be perfectly happy in this world and live his next life in Vaikuntha. The Lord gave him the benediction that he would be the king of this material world until the end of the Manvantara millennium, and that although in this material world he would have the facility to hear the glories of the Lord and depend fully on the Lord, performing service to Him in uncontaminated bhakti yoga. The Lord advised Prahlad to perform sacrifices through bhakti yoga, for this is the duty of the king. Prahlad Maharaj accepted whatever the Lord had offered him, and he prayed for the Lord to deliver his father. In response to this prayer, the Lord assured him that in the family of such a pure devotee as he, not only the devotee's father, but his forefathers for 21 generations are liberated. 21 generations are liberated. The Lord also asked Prahlad to perform the ritualistic ceremonies appropriate after his father's death. Then Lord Brahma appeared, who was present, offered many prayers to the Lord, expressing his obligation to the Lord for having offered benedictions to Prahlad Maharaj. The Lord advised Lord Brahma not to offer benedictions to asuras as he had to Hiranyakashipu, for such benedictions indulged them. Then Lord Narsimha Dev disappeared. On that day, Prahlad Maharaj was installed on the throne of the world by Lord Brahma and Shukracharya. Then Narad Muni described the character of Prahlad Maharaj for Yudhishthir Maharaj, and he further described the killing of Ravana by Lord Ramchandra and the killing of Shishupal and Dantavakra in the Dwapar Yuga. Shishupal, of course, had merged into the existence of the Lord and thus achieved Sayujya Mukti. Narada Muni praised Yudhishthira Maharaj because the Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa was the greatest well-wisher and friend of the Pandavas and almost always stayed in their house. Thus, the fortune of the Pandavas was greater than that of Prahlad Maharaj. Later, Narad Muni described how the demon Maya Danava constructed Tripura for the demons, who became very powerful and defeated the demigods. Because of this defeat, Lord Rudra or Shiva dismantled Tripura. Thus, he became famous as Tripurari. For this, Rudra is very much appreciated and worshipped by the demigods. This narration occurs at the end of this chapter. So, this is a quick summary by Srila Prabhupada on this chapter, chapter 10. entitled Prahlad, the best amongst the exalted devotees. Fairly long chapter. We're just diving into this chapter now. A lot of wonderful pastimes will come. And again, not going in the detail of the summary, but just shows how Prahlad did not ask for anything material. Rather, he only asked that he don't ask for anything. But the Lord is very merciful. The Lord gives him everything. He asked something actually before. He asked that he wants to always hear Krishna Katha, and then Lord said, yes, you will always hear Krishna Katha, even in this world. Firstly, you will rule the kingdom in a very nice way, not like Hiranyakashipu, but in a devotee, ideal king. And then you will hear Lord's pastimes, you will be in the association of devotees, and you're what to speak of your father, 21 generations will get the benefit. Because you being such a great devotee. And in this way, we will study this chapter. So without further delay, I think we should immerse ourselves in this chapter. So for those who would like to read can raise their hand. It really helps to understand who would like to read. So let's start. Yeah, Raghu Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna devotees, chapter 10, text 1. Sri Narada Uvacha Bhakti Yogasya Tat Sarvam Anantrayatra Bhaka Manya Mano Rishikesham Smaya Mana Uvacha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The saint Narad Muni continued, although Prahlad Maharaj was only a boy, when he heard the benedictions offered by Lord Narsimha Dev, he considered them impediments on the path of devotional service. Thus he smiled very mildly and spoke as follows. Material achievements are not the ultimate goal of devotional service. The ultimate goal of devotional service is love of Godhead. Therefore, although Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Ambarisha Maharaj, Yudhishthira Maharaj, and many devotee kings were materially very opulent, they accepted their material opulence in the service of the Lord, not for their personal sense gratification. Of course, possessing material opulence is always fearful because under the influence of material opulence, one may be misdirected from devotional service. Nonetheless, a pure devotee, Anya Bilashita Sunyam, is never misdirected by material opulence. On the contrary, whatever he possesses, he engages 100% in the service of the Lord. When one is allured by material possessions, they are considered to be given by Maya. But when one uses material possessions fully for service, they are considered God's gifts or facilities offered by Kṛṣṇa for enhancing one's devotional service. So here Narad Muni is talking about how Prahlad Maharaj was offered all kinds of benedictions by Lord Narsimha Dev, but Prahlad Maharaj considered them all as impediments. So many people do devotional service to get some kind of material achievements or material bargain in exchange, but that's not the goal of material. It's not the goal of devotional service. So there have been many Maharaj and saints in the past, like Prahlad, Dhruva, Ambarisha, Yudhishthira, and they all had a lot of opulence. They were all kings, a lot of material wealth, but they used that material opulence in the service of the Lord. So that's the big difference. It's not for personal sense gratification, but whatever material opulence you gain, you have to remember that it's actually coming from the Lord. And then you have to redirect that in using that in the service of the Lord. Thank you, Prabhu. Back to you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Very nicely you explained the difference, that how the same energy, the example comes like the energy can be used for heating, and the energy can be electrical energy. In a refrigerator, it can be used for cooling, but in a heater can be used to heat. So an an expert person who knows how to transform energy into heat or cool can utilize it in the right way. Similarly, an expert devotee who knows how to use Krishna's energy, basically material possessions means Krishna's energy, whether it is wealth or fame, recognition, beauty, knowledge, etc. These are all Krishna's energy. They are certainly impediments. Prahlad Maharaj has spoken in this previous chapter. They are impediment. And Mata Kunti has also spoken that they are impediments. And out of, let's say, a sample of 100 or 1,000 people who have, more wealth or more name, fame, recognition, the likelihood or probability of one becoming a devotee is much less. But on the person who is not that materially opulent, the likelihood of taking the path of bhakti is much higher. Because with wealth, with name, fame, beauty, one thinks, oh, I have everything. I have servants, I have good home, good car, good job, good business, good everything. I'm God. What's the need for me to do anything else? What's the need for me to surrender to the God? I am God. I can buy anything. I can go to any place. I can, get the best of the best stuff. So it's very difficult for someone who has these, but there are always examples in the contemporary time and also in the historical time. The great kings like Yudhishthira Maharaj, so much wealth, still a great devotee. Here now, Amrish Prabhu. But the examples are few because it is certainly an impediment. Even though we may say, okay, using in Krishna's service. But Prahlad Maharaj, what Prabhupada is saying, fully in Krishna's service, that fully is very difficult. Sometimes on the name, oh, I'm using it for Krishna's service. 1% for Krishna's service, 99% for me. Oh, it is Yukta Vairagya. So we have to be honest with ourselves. Is it really Yukta Vairagya or I'm cheating myself? So, and how will one become an expert engineer? An engineer who uses the energy in the right way by training. Or expert devotee by learning to use the Krishna's energy in the right way, like how Prabhupada did. So by training under his direction, Guru Sadhu Shastra we will be able to also use. But if we don't go through the process of training, then we don't use it in the right way. So Prahlad Maharaj doesn't want all this. So let's see what happens next. Any other comments anyone has?
So, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. So, first I make my apology for silly questions due to my shallow knowledge. So, here we see that Lord himself giving benedictions with opulence to rule the world, definitely for good purpose, who are the great devotees. But when Mahaprabhu was in Puri, King Rudra Pratap, whatever I read, it looks like he's a great devotee, and he wanted to surrender to Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But Prabhu was not accepting him until he renounced his everything. So why it happened at that time? Because he was doing Jagannath service, devotional service, and he was a great Raj Rishi, whatever I read. So why Lord denounced him until he denounced his opulence?
Yes, Bhadra Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat everybody. Lord Chaitanya has come as a devotee. Set an example. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Yanya is none other than Radha Krishna, but he has come as a devotee. And he's a sannyasi. And sannyasi is very careful to engage in association of the king who is so opulent. King is interested in pounds and pence, what you call, dollars, whatever, is opulent. So as a sannyasi, he is very careful to involve. At the same time, this Prataprudra Maharaj's example also showing that how the devotees, Srava Bhattacharya and all other devotees approach the Lord. But then Lord accepted him when he saw, and Lord knew that Lord during the Rath Yatra time, after Rath Yatra, Lord is taking a rest in the garden, and King Prataprudra is going as a mendicant completely. And the Srava Bhattacharya had already told him what to do. So he's chanting the Gopi Gita, Tav Kathamrita Tapta Jivanam. And that inspired Lord. And Lord is omnipotent. He already knew that this is the king. But point is that Lord is setting an example for a sannyasi to be careful. And after that, when Lord became happy to hear them chanting this Gopi Gita, Prataprudra chanting, then Lord was very pleased, and Lord actually embraced him. So it is just a it is a certain example kind of thing. That's what it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Looks like Ekant who has his hand up. You want to read next verse? Yeah, please everyone raise your hand if you have not read and you would like to read. That makes it easier for me to understand. Yes, please go ahead.
Sri Praharato Ivacha Mam Prarabdhalo Pataya Sakhitam Kameshu Tair Varaiha Tat Sanga Bhito Nirvino Vimuktustam Parishitaha. Translation purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Prahalada Maharaj said, "My dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, because I was born in an atheistic family, I am naturally attached to material enjoyment. Therefore, kindly do not tempt me with these illusions. I am very much afraid of material conditions, and I desire to be liberated from materialistic life. It is for this reason that I have taken shelter of your lotus feet." Purport. Materialistic life means attachment to the body and everything in relationship to the body. This attachment is based on lusty desires for sense gratification, specifically sexual enjoyment. Kamishtaithai Trita Jnana. When one is too attached to material enjoyment, he is berefitted of all knowledge. Trita Jnana. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, those who are attached to material enjoyments are mostly inclined to worship the demigods to procure various material opulences. They are especially attached to the worship of the goddess Durga and Lord Shiva because this transcendental couple can offer their devotees all material opulences. Prahalada Maharaj, however, was detached from all material enjoyments. He therefore took shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Narsimha Dev and not the feet of any demigod. It is to be understood that if one really wants release from this material world, from the threefold miseries, from Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, birth, death, old, and diseases, One must take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for without the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one cannot get released from the materialistic life. Atheistic men are very much attached to the material enjoyment. Therefore, if they get some opportunity to achieve more and more material enjoyments, they take it. Prahlada Maharaj, however, was very careful in this regard. Although born in materialistic father, because he was a devotee, he had no material desires. Anyabilashta Sunyam. Thank you, Prabhu. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So the Lord has really given him like so many allurements. What do you want, Prahlad? And it's the Supreme Lord saying, it's not just a rich person or a famous person. The Supreme Lord with the Shadashwarya, unlimited wealth, opulence, beauty, knowledge, whatever Prahlad Maharaj asks for, it will be immediately fulfilled. But Prahlad is saying, I am a very attached person. I am from a very bad background. Actually, we have read that all these verses, he is speaking for ordinary people, who are attached, like myself, who are attached. And the moment, even while trying to practice bhakti process, we may give up certain things like meat eating, intoxication, gambling, etc. But we should never feel, oh, now I have conquered. No. The moment if we go back into that environment, the seed will again fructify. And those desires would again come to enjoy selfishly. So we should be very, very careful of what our surroundings are. Now we should not feel, oh, now I can go to bar and just hang out and just come and just drink some water and come out. I am now free of my bad desires. That's not very healthy. Prahlad Maharaj is thinking of so much humility. And actually, Prahlad was not attached to anything. What to speak of material desires? Even in his childhood, as a boy, he was not attached to playing. Children are so attached to playing. He was not attached to playing. He was attached to Kṛṣṇa Katha. He was in, always in so many ecstatic symptoms of Krishna prema, always outpouring. But Prahlad is teaching for all of us that one should not ask material desires. Even if the Lord himself comes and says, no, I'll give you anything, one should not ask for material things. Because asking for material things is like asking for problems. Because we just read, they are considered as impediments. They will bind us more. But if we have sincere bhakti, then everything is there. Most people approach demigods. Kames testis hrita jnana. Hrita means stolen. Ones whose jnana or intelligence has been stolen by sense gratification, they approach demigods. Prapadyante anya devata. But devotees, the intelligent people approach devotees. Approach Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Lord. One whose intelligence is not stolen, that means one who knows the essence. Even if one has material desires, although it's not very healthy to ask, because we read when Hiranyakashipu was asking for material desires means asking for curse for our own self. Inviting problems. Would anyone like to invite problems with their own self? No. No one wants that, but asking material desires is inviting problems actually. So, Anya Bilashita Shunyam, that should be our goal, and that is what Prahlad Maharaj is teaching. That Anya means others, Abhilasha means desires, Shunyam means void or zero. No other material desires. He did have a lot of spiritual desires to associate with devotees, to hear Krishna Katha. Those desires are great. But Anya Bilashita Shunya means no material desires. Any other comments? Anyone has any questions before we move to the next one?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Here is saying Janma Mrityu Jara Vidhi. So worshipping to the demigods, the problem still remains there. And worshipping to or surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the problem will still remain there, correct? It's not gives us basically the guarantee that you are going to exit from this, even though you start worshipping the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Am I understanding right?
Correct. That's true. If one approaches for material desires to demigods, yes, he may get material desires, wealth, wife, husband, child, etc. But as you said, the problem, the root cause still remains. He may go to some upper planets. Yanti deva vrita devan, pitrin yanti pitrivita. Those who worship demigods don't go to their planet, upper planet, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Surya, etc. Yanti madhyaji nopima. But one who worships me, come back to me. So, correct. You're absolutely correct. Anything else? Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Sudhir Prabhu, you wanted to share something?
A question, Prabhuji, actually. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanat Pranam. Prabhuji, so you said we should not have material desires, but as a spiritual desire, can we, pray for liberation, or we just need to do service and Krishna will automatically provide us, when we are ready?
Again, so first of all, this word liberation, we have to understand there are multiple types of liberation, but generally, just to avoid any confusion, we say back home, back to Godhead, back to spiritual world.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes, just to clarify for everyone, because there is impersonal liberation also, and etc. But yes, it is not, the pure devotees don't ask for that. Like Prahlad Maharaj will see, and he'll say, let everyone else go. If anyone is present, I want to be here. So that's the highest, that's like the Paramhamsa level. But it is, if one is like, says, Krishna, I don't want to come back again in this material world, please invite me with you, and I'm done with this life. This life is, I have realized that I made a wrong choice, and I am trying my very, very best. But still, a pure devotee says, Krishna, whatever you desire, I will do as per your desire. If your desire is to send me to hell and you want me to serve there, I will do that. So that's the ideal, but asking from back home, back to Godhead is not bad either. It is like one step less, but that step itself is very, very high. Mora bhilash vilas kunja diyo vas. That's exactly basically what vilas kunja diyo vas. Vas means give me residence. Every day we are saying that prayer. So it's absolutely fine. But if you really talk about the Paramhamsa level, they say, Krishna, hell or heaven, Narayana parayana na kutaschana babhiti, swarga apavarga narkeshu api tulyartha darshana. They see everything as same because they're always transcendental. That's like the topmost. But absolutely, in Tulsi Maharani, we are praying actually, give me residence in spiritual world. So it's absolutely fine to pray like that. Does that help?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Okay, shall we move on to the next verse? Want to read, Sudhir Prabhu?
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandar Pranam. Text number 3. Bhatya Lakshana Jinsur Bhaktam Kamasva Achodayat Bhavan Samsara Bijeshu Hridaya Grantishu Prabho. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O my worshipable Lord, because the seed of lusty desires, which is the root cause of material existence, is within the core of everyone's heart, you have sent me to this material world to exhibit the symptoms of pure devotee. Purport. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu was given considerable discussion about Nitya Siddha and Sadhana Siddha devotees. Nitya Siddha devotees come from Vaikuntha to the material world to teach by their personal example how to become a devotee. The living entities in the material world can take lessons from such Nitya Siddha devotees and thus become inclined to return home back to Godhead. A Nitya Siddha devotee comes from Vaikuntha upon the order of Supreme Personality of Godhead and shows by his example how to become a pure devotee. Anyabhalashi Sunyam. In spite of coming to this material world, the Nitya Siddha devotee is never attracted by allurements of material enjoyment. A perfect example is Prahlad Maharaja, who was Nitya Siddha, a Mahabhagavata devotee. Although Prahlada was born in a family of Hiranyakashipu, an atheist, he was never attracted to any kind of materialistic enjoyment. Desiring to exhibit the symptom of pure devotee, the Lord tried to induce Prahlad Maharaja to take material benediction, but Prahlad Maharaja did not accept them. On the contrary, by his personal example, he showed the symptom of a pure devotee. In other words, the Lord himself has no desire to send his pure devotee to this material world, nor does a devotee have any material purpose in coming. When the Lord himself appears as an incarnation within the material world, he is not allured by the material atmosphere and he has nothing to do with the material activity. Yet, by his example, he teaches the common man how to become a devotee. Similarly, a devotee who comes here in accordance with the order of Supreme Lord shows by his personal behavior how to become a pure devotee. A pure devotee, therefore, is a practical example for all living entities, including Lord Brahma. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very wonderful translation. In fact, I got the answer for my question here also. Here it says that Nitya Siddha devotees and thus become inclined to return back to Godhead. In fact, the Nitya Siddha devotees are one who come from Vaikuntha Lokas, or Golaka Vrindavan, like Prahlad Maharaja and Srila Prabhupada. They come here for a purpose. They don't have any material attachment. It's not like me who has come here, fallen from that spiritual world due to my material desires. But Nitya Siddha devotees are perfect example. They come here to help liberate all the living entities. So such a good example, and the Lord Himself appears as an incarnation, within this material world, just to get the love and devotion of the pure devotees. And of course, the Lord just by a thought, can demolish all the demons, can demolish, all the rakshasas, and can. But for the sake of the love and devotion of a devotee, and sister rakshana and dharma rakshana, that's what he comes. A pure devotee is therefore a practical example for all living entities in it. Here, Krishna says, including Brahma. Brahma is also a pure devotee. This is my understanding, Prabhuji. Please add Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. You mentioned so nicely the point of Nitya Siddha and Sadhana Siddha. So we have to, there is hope for us also that by performing sincere sadhana, we can also become Siddha or perfect. The seed of lusty desire is within the core of everyone's heart. Very, very important. Even when a devotee starts practicing, it's not that the seed has been burned to ashes. It's just that the environment, we are not providing the wrong environment for the bad seed to grow. For example, the desire to smoke, the desire to enjoy, the desire to for sense gratification. The moment we give favorable environment to these bad desires, lusty desires, or any bad desire, that very moment the seed will tend to grow again, because it is very, very deep rooted within the core of everyone's heart. So therefore, the importance of association is very much emphasized. A devotee like Prahlad Maharaj is not affected because he's Nitya Siddha. A devotee like Prabhupada is not affected. He's Nitya Siddha. But an ordinary person, a conditioned soul like myself, will certainly be affected. So therefore, we should carefully choose our association and never think, oh no, now I am been practicing for last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Now I can easily conquer my material desires. Now even I won't be affected even if I watch some nonsense or hear some nonsense. I won't be affected. Or even if I go to a bar, I won't be affected. Even if I go to a casino, I won't be affected. I am 20 years in bhakti, 30 years. One should never think like that. It's very, very deep rooted. The moment it gets bad environment, the bad seeds will grow. So we have to be always on guard. Any other comments anyone has before we move on to the next verse?
Prabhuji, can sadhana siddha become nitya siddha? Is it possible?
Can sadhana siddha become nitya siddha? So once one is siddha, then actually one is siddha. Right? Because if one goes back home, yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paravam mama. So after one achieves complete perfection, then there is no, again, punarjanma na vidyate. Then he is eternally liberated. Yes. So Nitya Siddha means eternally liberated, eternally perfected soul. Does that
Thank
anyone
you.
else wants to share some comments on that?
Hi,
Okay.
Kṛṣṇa Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Sorry, I'm not getting still used to raising my hand.
Yes, brother, please. Yes.
Thank you.
Sandhini Mataji, please.
So, Prabhu, that is a very great narration. Prabhu aspire to be even sadhana siddhas, and ultimately, like Shubhala's going Prabhu siddha. But our real aspiration is just to become servant of servant. So, in amongst all the ideas, we really want Vara Sarup point Krishna Nitya Das or Das 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 and Das. Does that? So in words, we want, if we see Nitya Siddha, we try to be his servant, and if we see Sadhana Siddha, we consider ourselves even Sadhana Siddhas. Thank you, Prabhu. Dhanyavad, Sevaya.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other comments or questions anyone has?
In Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, there is one more siddha they describe, Kripa siddha. Like Nityananda Prabhu has wanted to deliver the Jaga in Vadai, no matter what they have done, how much sin they have did. But never mind, they are the fallen soul and they just wanted them That's also explained there. That's Kripa Siddha. I just wanted to just share.
Thank you, Prabhuji. It's an important thing. Did everyone was able to hear? There was some little.
No, Prabhuji, I didn't get the point. Sorry.
Yeah, Prabhu, you have to speak close to your microphone. Then it will be better to.
No, in this verse we saw the Nitya Siddha and the Sadhana Siddha, but in the this one Chaitanya Charamrita, they have described the Kripa Siddha also. The Kripa Siddha is basically one may have a mercy, extra mercy from the Guru, or the example has been given there, the Nityananda Prabhu, who wants to show their mercy, those fallen souls, Jagai and Madai. And no matter how much they have fallen souls, whether they have basically followed the rules and regulation or not, but they just wanted to deliver these souls. And that's what the Kripa Siddha has been explained there. So that was also one more Siddha has been explained there. Thank you, Prabhu.
So Jagai and Madai are the Kripa Siddha, Prabhuji? Here?
No, the Kripa Siddha means the Kripa has been shown to them by Nityananda Prabhu,
Oh, okay.
That's called the Kripa Siddha.
Okay. But Nityananda Prabhu is also, okay. He's the sadhana, not sadhana, he is the Lord himself. Okay.
Yes, so that is a special category, and exceptions should always be taken as exceptions. So yes, there can be causeless mercy of the Lord because it's causeless, but in majority of the cases, one should not feel that I will be the recipient of that causeless mercy. I will continue to enjoy, so-called not follow rules and regulations, and expect, oh, Lord will be merciful upon me and I will be a category of Kripa Siddha. That should not be the premise. The premise should be that, yes, I have to render sincere bhakti and please Kṛṣṇa, which we discuss how we can please Kṛṣṇa, and then the Lord will choose to shower his mercy if he so desires. And Kripa Siddha also, it may seem, like a Jamil. He whole life he didn't do much and then he got the Kripa. It may seem like Putana, whole life she didn't do much, she was like a demon. Or Nityananda's compassion upon Jagai Madai, or a Jamil case. Many, many examples are there, but we don't know how much they have done in the past. Gajendra also. So ourselves, we should always think that that I have to sincerely render more and more bhakti to show, Lord, yes, I really want you. You are my only shelter. There is no other way, no other way. Then yes, Sadhana Siddha becomes Nitya Siddha. Vipul Prabhu is asking this question. So, yes, after one attains complete perfection, there's one nice verse, Nitya Siddha Kṛṣṇa Prema Sadhya Kabunoi Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Koriya Uddoi. Nitya Siddha Kṛṣṇa Prema. That basically Nitya Siddha means one who has attained Kṛṣṇa Prema. That means all the residents of spiritual world, in one way we can say they are perfected. How can an imperfect soul go there? They are not baddha. The opposite word is nitya baddha, eternally conditioned or conditioned soul. Then why do we say conditioned? Just from very time immemorial, they have been engaged in the service of the illusory energy of the Lord. They are called baddhaji, conditioned soul. And we may call nitya baddha, but actually no one is nitya baddha, because there is one day everyone, sooner or later, after 1 zillion years, or certainly after at one point they will go. But when will that point be, we don't know. So that we are nitya baddha, but we are trying to perform the process of sadhana bhakti so that we can become perfect. we can understand our true position and go back home, back to Godhead, and serve Kṛṣṇa there.
Thank you, Prabhu.
So, okay, so I think we'll stop here unless anyone has any closing comments or questions. Okay, so we will stop here and continue with the next verse tomorrow. And as I said, I will post the summary from by His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. He's a very, very senior devotee in GEV. A lot of wonderful, in fact, all these the Bhagavad Subodhani, Chaitanya Subodhani, he's very, very instrumental. You may have heard already some of his lectures. And if not, you will really like that. And very nice and a very good presentation and in pictures, very nicely explained. So please hear that and we'll connect tomorrow. Shri Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Shri Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.